Hello, everybody. I am Lyndsey Herring. I'm a transition coordinator for Guilford County Schools. I'm here with Jacqui Hawkins from the Guilford Parent Academy and Dottie Cornatzer, who's also a transition coordinator for the district. We are going to be showing you a document for Occupational Course of Study students that they will be receiving at the end of November or the beginning of December from their school counselors. So today we're just going to be going through that document to help you understand what you'll see. So let's go up to page 1. Page 1 will have your address here and the student's counselor at his or her school. And it will be addressed to your student. So the first is a letter from the superintendent introducing the document. It also contains a small table of contents to let you know what each page is titled and sort of a checks and balances to be sure that you got all 5 pages of the document. Page 2 of the document is titled Community Resources. As a header for each of the following sheets, you'll see that your student's name will be here, although the student's was blacked out. You'll see your student's grade level and your student's student ID or lunch number. On the right, you'll see his or her weighted GPA and unweighted GPA, although these are likely to be the same for your student. One may be a little bit higher or other if your student has taken honors classes. So on the community resource page, you'll see a map. And each of the bullets on the map link out to a resource that exists within Guilford County that we believe would be helpful for you and your student as you begin planning for life after high school. So A and B on the document actually will link you to the transition team, which is myself and Dottie. It gives you our office address. We're located at CJ Green, and there is our Canvas website address. Also our phone number there at CJ Green. At the end of the presentation, I'll also give you our personal contact information to get to our direct emails. B on the list is Ms. Hawkins' information for the Guilford County Parent Academy, as well as a link to their website. They have a lot of information for students and parents, but if you're looking for specific help with your student's disability or planning that may involve that, Jacqui Hawkins is your parent liaison. The other resources here are listed with their service, their phone number, their address and website, as well as their name. If an organization such as the Housing Authority has offices in both Greensboro and High Point, we've listed both for you so that you can find the one closest to you. So with these services, we think that it's important for you to go ahead and begin exploring now so that you'll understand what services they offer and how they may or may not work for your family after graduation. Page 3 of the document again has the same header, and it talks about the graduation requirements for OCS students. So for example, students are required to have 4 Englishes. Most students take an English every year. So for this particular student who, remember, is a 10th grader, he or she has taken English 1 and passed it. And I'll scroll down to show you the key so you can see how we understood that. So the key shows us that green means that the student completed it and got credit by passing it with a D or better. The lined footsteps mean that the student is currently taking the class, and the gray footsteps mean that the student still has courses that he or she needs to take but is not taking this year or this semester. So for this sophomore, he or she completed and passed English 1 and is taking English 2 now. That means that student is perfectly on track for his or her English courses to graduate in the 4 years with an OCS diploma. You can check the same with the math, the science, the social studies, and other courses. However, some courses, such as social studies, student only needs to take 2 to graduate. So within the 4 years, he or she can take those 2 courses at any time. We typically see students take one as a freshman and one as a sophomore or junior. So even though the student has only taken and passed one history and he or she's not taking one now, that doesn't mean that the student is off track for graduation, because the student still has 2 more years to take the course. Most of our OCS students take health and PE as a freshman, although they can take it at any point in the 4 years. And as part of that health and PE credit, they often take their CPR course for a graduation credit. However, they have 4 years to take and pass the entire course. Now let's take a minute and look at the CTE credits here. You'll see that this one is in red. CTE stands for Career Technical Education. And so we'll see that this student is currently enrolled in one CTE class. However, to graduate on the OCS diploma track, he or she has to take 4 classes and pass to earn his or her high school diploma. So while a student can take the same CTE course twice, he or she must pass it both times to get credit, because the student is only taking his or her first course as a sophomore. That means that this student is off track to graduate. He or she's going to have to take 2 CTEs in 1 year to be back on track to graduate on time with this particular course requirement. So we recommend that if you see any courses or subject areas where your student is off track to graduate, you contact your school counselor, your OCS teachers, or your transition coordinator, so that we can help you understand and be sure that we're planning for your student to get all of the classes that he or she needs to graduate. Students can take 1 elective credit before they graduate. Often these courses are courses such as art, band, chorus. It may be a life skills or study skills class, a leadership class that exists within the school, but the student needs 1 within the 4 years. Page 4 of the document is labeled Next Steps. This document gives you ideas of what you can be doing within the 4-year span to help your student get ready for life after college. It also lists some of the things that we do within the school system to help you, and links you to resources that we may have introduced your student to, but we also encourage you to investigate as well. If possible, we've given you website links to help you find those services. At the bottom of this page, you'll see a checklist timeline that lets you know what we're working on with your student each year that he or she's in the OCS program. If you're unsure if your student has completed these activities within the program, we encourage you to reach out to your OCS teachers or job coaches to help you. We hope that you understand the school-based, community-based, and competitive hour requirements for your student. If you have questions about what these mean, it's important to reach out to your school or transition coordinator immediately. These are required parts of the curriculum and are required for graduation. A student must complete 600 total hours to be eligible for a North Carolina diploma. In the senior year, the student will also present a portfolio and make a presentation to talk about his or her experiences in high school, as well as how he or she completed all of the hours. And there are many documents that are involved in the portfolio that will help them get and keep jobs later after they leave us. The last page of the document is called Training and Career Resources. Again, we've provided you with a map with bullets to resources that will be very helpful to your student after they graduate. Many of these agencies take up the jobs that we do within the high school for the student. However, because you may have to go to different agencies to get 1 or 2 services to help your student, it's important to look and plan ahead. Again, if there are Greensboro and High Point locations, we've tried to provide those for you. The services that each of these agencies provide are listed here. We've also given you links to their websites and phone numbers. And that brings us to the end of this document. Again, if you see errors on your document or questions about what you see within the document, please contact your school and ask for your school counselor or your OCS teachers or job coaches. Ms. Cornatzer and I are also happy to help you. So I am going to also show you our contact information so that if you would like to reach out to us, we're happy to assist you. So this is our work emails as well as our office or cell phone numbers. Thank you for joining us for this presentation, and we hope to see you again soon.